Basketball fans, welcome back. So, the Basketball Africa League Nile Conference came to a close last weekend, and we have the 8 teams that already qualified. And in the Nile Conference, it was a bit underwhelming because we had only 2 teams coming up from the Nile Conference. That was the Al Ahly Tripoli and APR. So, MBB and the Nairobi City Thunder, the team that I've been supporting, couldn't make it, and they finished the second worst team in the conference games. And right now, the main focus is the BAL playoffs, which are going to be tipping off 6th June to 14th June. And the playoffs and finals will be there, and we'll be going ahead and covering them as well in this channel. So the playoff teams are out, and there are a couple of things that you need to understand, especially when it comes to the BAL playoffs. So the seedings are out based on the point differentials because we have at the very top we have the Al Ahly Tripoli over Al Ittihad. Both teams are 6-0. We have US Monastir and River Hoopers. They have a similar 4-2 record, and the only thing that is separating all these teams is the point differential. So US Monastir and River Hoopers are the third and fourth spot. You can see that they have similar records, but the reason as to why US Monastir is above the River Hoopers is the point differential. And you can look at even Petro de Luanda, APR, Creole Star, all of them have 3-3 records, but the thing that is making them have this rank is the point differentials, the number of points that they scored that has enabled them to be on top of the others. So there's something called classification games that is going to happen. So classification games, we're going to see the number one and number two teams, Al Al Tripoli versus Al Ittihad, duke it out to see who's going to be the number one and number two seed. Your smallest tier River Hoopers, they're going to play to see who's the third and fourth seed, five and sixth. Petro de Londa APR to see who's the fifth and sixth seed, and Kyostar and FS Rabat to see who's the seventh and eighth seed. So that those are the games that are introduced, and we saw that take in full effect prior to the playoffs. And the seeding games show who is the true number one seed, who's the number two seed, who is the true number one to eighth seed. So that's what happens, especially when it comes to BAL. So I I'm very excited to see like the teams qualifying because right now BAL is it's open for any team and there are no clear favorites. I mean, I was proven wrong when I saw Ville Dakar choke in the Sahara Conference. I felt like they were going to dominate there, but unfortunately they couldn't make it, and we had different things happening. So Sahara Conference was the tough conference in the BAL conference games, and we got to see what a balanced conference looks like. So the most unbalanced conference was indeed the Nile Conference because we only saw 2 teams qualifying from there. And it was unfortunate because even despite the comeback that NBB had, they still couldn't make it. And also, you can even see some first timers. So it's been a minute since you have seen APR play in the playoffs. Last year they couldn't make it, but this year they did. The first timers right now we have Creole Star, they are first timers. The Al Ahly Tripoli are first timers. Al Ittihad are first timers. But don't let these teams fool you because we have a couple of players who have been rotating in these squads, and you can see they have been playing in different teams, but they're congregating in a new team, and the new team is succeeding because of that experience. And also, the big signing that I saw happening last night was an update from APR. They said they have signed Nuni Omot, BAL Finals MVP. So that's another thing that I saw. So I expect fireworks. So the seeding games will happen, then we're going to go in and see the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. And it's going to be one game knockout. So the stakes are very high, and every single game is important because the round robin that the teams play in the conference games, it doesn't matter right now. What matters is who's going to go ahead and play into the finals, and who is going to go ahead and capture that BAL championship. Petro de Lond are trying to go back to back. US Monastir, they're trying to recapture that championship they won in 2022. And by far, those are the 2 teams that have been consistent, especially in the postseason. I don't think there's any other team right now that has captured like the BAL playoffs and finals because if you look at the list of teams, the only 2 championship teams are US Monastir and Petro de Luanda. But Petro de Luanda, they look like a team that is far removed from the championship team for last year. They don't have the services of Carlos Moraes, but they still uh, managed to go ahead and make the playoffs. And US Monastir, they still don't look as threatening, but given like their style of play, they have a chance. And there's a high likelihood that North African teams are going to dominate because in these playoffs and finals, you're seeing Al Ahly SC from Libya, Al Ittihad from Egypt, US Monastir from Tunisia, and Morocco's FS Rabat. So those are four, and I cannot even put in Creole Star there because they are almost at North Africa. So you have like about five teams hailing from the North African part. The West African team is River Hoopers. Petro and APR are in Sub-Saharan Africa, and Petro de Luanda made history last year when they won the championship as the first ever Sub-Saharan nation. And all the three championships in BAL, the out of the four championships, three of them came from North African teams. So we had Zamalek from Egypt in the first edition. We had US Monastir captured in season 2, season 3. It was the Al Ahly team from Egypt, and in season 4 it was Petro. So yeah, I mean it's a tough one. I know like the sub-Saharan teams are not as many, and the odds in winning is slim. But you see, even Petro de Luanda, even given that chance, they were able to go ahead and win that elusive title. They were in the finals in 2022, and they were able to break through in 2024 when they won that championship, which was past due. I felt like they had what it takes, but they had what it took at the time, but they were not able to close it out and go ahead and dominate. But I'm excited to see the postseason. This is going to be an exciting one. I mean, this is the best part of BAL because it's a one game knockout. There are no round robin games. They're all done. And the best teams in every conference, they're congregating in one point. And that is what makes it all the more entertaining. And I'm excited. I mean, I was hoping to see my Nairobi Thunder here, but unfortunately, they are the most overrated team, and they only know how to win in Kenya, but they can't even qualify for the BAL playoffs. And they finished with the second worst record behind Stade Malien. And also, I mean, the teams that didn't make it, out of the 12 teams, only 8 teams made it to the postseason. And we had the eliminated teams. We have Stade Malien, we have Ville Dakar, a team that went all in signing superstars, but they couldn't make it. MBB and then RBC Thunder. And if you look at it, even out of the eliminated teams, it's only the Stade Malian team that went unbeaten. Not unbeaten, but I don't know what I'm saying, unbeaten. They couldn't even beat a team. They went 0 for 6, and the Thunder went 1 of 5. MBB and Ville Dakar at least had 2 wins, and they got knocked out in contention because of the point differential. I don't know why I keep saying unbeaten. I mean, I don't know. I think it's the Thunder who think that unbeaten status really mattered, but it didn't matter. And they are eating crow right now. So right now they are back in Nairobi playing tomato can teams. But I'm not gonna waste my energy in talking about them in this video because I'm going to talk about them in a future video I'm gonna make. So the BAL playoffs and finals is the most exciting period in BAL, and I'll be covering it as well, similar to what we have been seeing on the channel. And I'm excited. I mean, these clashes are they are for the ages, and I can't wait. And I'm very very eager to see it. And I'll also be giving you guys updates on what I've seen. So if you guys like the video, make sure you leave feedback down in the comments on what you think about this. And I'm gonna talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.